Baylie's hunt started off with a parade of bucks, but even after a dozen days, no sign of one of the 3 targets.
Well, we just got back to the truck. Again, the target bucks didn't show up. That's kind of frustrating, but that's hunting.
But how just a few moments can change everything. Baylie's hunt was about to get interesting. Deer hunting is different for everyone. We all have our reasons why we get up and head out. For some it's a tradition, for some a hobby, a pastime, or a lifestyle, maybe an obsession, or just to be outdoors enjoying nature. And for many, it's generational. For us, it's a love of deer, watching them, historians curating the lives of giants, and the challenge of perfecting a craft. Regardless of the why, we all share one thing. We all hit in with a common hope, a common dream, that all of our reasons why, everything that we've done in the deer woods to this point, may put us in the path of a legend.
Is a true giant.
Stealth Cam presents Dean Partridge's Canadian Whitetail, brought to you by Ozonics, undetectable, undeniable. Monster Meal, attraction, nutrition, results. Excalibur Crossbow, different for a reason. Heater Bodysuit, #1 in cold weather hunting gear. New archery products, hunt with confidence. Bog, engineered for the unknown. Hoyman, your land, your legacy. Muddy, serious gear for serious hunters. Glendale 3D Targets, the biggest and toughest 3D targets in the world. Nocturnal lighted nocks, switch on accuracy and let it glow. Hunter Specialties, serious hunting tools. Boyd's hardwood gun stocks, better with Boyd's. Raculator, score your trophy fast, easy, and accurate. Old timer knives, built for generations. And by Stealth Cam, proven reliability, proven quality, proven performance.
This week on Canadian Whitetail, after big success day 1 last year, 2020 would be different while hunting a buck that we've watched since 2014. With the lake buck looking great, we were headed in to get set up. Everything was ready, including Baylie, for opening day. And what a start to her hunt she would have. With the lake buck missing, we moved to Plan B, a new spot. A spot with 2 big target bucks. And the buck parade started.
Again, the target bucks didn't show up. So, that's kind of frustrating, but that's hunting. We'll keep at her, so.
After an unbelievable hunt but no target bucks, now this week Baylie's back after the flyer buck and the big 9. The deer were moving early on this September evening at Baylie's new spot, where she had been seeing plenty of deer, with just no sighting of the target bucks. Yet. While the little fellow takes a rest, a few does arrive early on, followed by this nice up-and-coming buck. Although one of the slower nights so far, Baylie's hunt was about to get a lot more exciting.
This segment is brought to you by AAE. Innovation and integrity is in our blood. Quality and dependability is in our products. This segment of Canadian Whitetail has been brought to you by Bog. More than just a shooting rest. Bog. Engineered for the unknown.
After several unbelievable sits seeing buck after buck, Baylie was committed to waiting it out for a chance at either the flyer buck or the big 9. And again today the bucks were on their feet, with every glance and every deer emerging they looked to see, knowing that at some point one of the target bucks has to make an appearance. While watching this bossy nice 5x5 strut over, Baylie looks back and sees one last buck coming up from the bottom. And as he steps out, there's no mistaking that uniquely recognizable rack. It's the flyer buck. The bossy 5x5 gets shy in a hurry and wants no part of the flyer buck as he postures over. Now with the flyer buck almost beside the blind where she can't shoot, he's watching the field, looking like he might just head straight out. But with a stroke of luck and good fortune, he looks back and turns to pass just yards in front of Baylie. With Baylie's heart pounding out of her chest that it's finally going to happen, he moves straight forward as if reading a script, but it's never over until it is, and anything can happen. The buck spots something in the blind and immediately backtracks. And while big bucks don't hesitate, they don't hand out second chances, and the flyer buck heads out to the field. With the flyer buck leaving, it puts an end to Baylie's night and possibly any chance at the deer. Devastating, but it happens.
A heartbreaking encounter, and after an incident like this, you never really know what that deer's going to do, but he busted hard, and the expression on his face was that it was most likely over for that deer at this setup.
Baylie and I are sitting at stand location we've been in a few times. Dean's been with her in here. Joe was in here the other night. She actually had a really close call with the buck that we call the flyer buck. As he was coming through, he caught sight of something he didn't like, and he turned around and split on them. We darkened the inside of the blind up a little bit more, added a little bit more material to it. We're hoping it didn't freak him out too bad, and then he keeps coming back. Meanwhile, there's another really nice 9-point in here that's been coming through too. We're on an adventure to hopefully see one of them, and this time maybe get a rip at him with no altercations. But that's hunting, and we'll plug away and see what happens.
While all that hunting can make a little lady sleepy, Baylie and Steve are settled back in for the day. As Baylie catches up on some Z's, today's a sharp contrast to previous sits being rather quiet with few deer moving.
Welcome to this week's Canadian Whitetail Scouting segment. Locate, learn, set up, hunt. Brought to you by Muddy Outdoors.
Hunting, especially hunting big mature deer, has never been more scrutinized in history by the non-hunting public or anti-hunting groups. It's something we love and cherish, and we know there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing goes to waste, and hunting a big deer is sustenance, just with a challenge. But the non-hunting public doesn't know that like we do. They don't know how special the woods and the deer are to us and the care that we take for them. And how we portray, express, and expose what we love to do has never been more important. I'll never apologize for hunting, and specifically hunting big mature deer, ever. But being tasteful and respectful about how we share that with others is more critical every day. Our tradition cannot shrink, it needs to grow and thrive. Hunting is the most natural human thing that we do. And the best way to preserve that is to share what we love in a manner that will attract interest, not negativity. Attract hunters, not protest. Now that might seem like a bit of an odd deer hunting tip, but preserving the ability for us to continue doing what we love has never been more important.
This week's Canadian Whitetail Scouting segment has been brought to you by Muddy Outdoors. Share your own muddy moment. This segment has been brought to you by the Heater Bodysuit. The Heater Bodysuit is the ultimate cold weather hunting garment that allows you to stay on stand longer and sit comfortably. The Heater Bodysuit. You stay warm or your money back.
We are on sit number 14. We were here last night. It was a really slow night. It was really windy, and it was a bit rainy, and it was kind of a crappy night. But you get them nights, so... Anyways, we're hoping for better luck tonight.
Persistence pays dividends in the deer woods, and even after 14 days, a heartbreaking encounter, Baylie stays positive, committed, and on stand, even if she's a little bit sleepy. Today, several deer are moving, including the young bucks that have become regulars. Baylie's patiently waiting, hoping that one that emerges from the bottom next might be a target buck, and sometimes those wishes are granted. Early tonight, to the left, steps out the big 9. The tall buck struts over to the other deer, showing his dominance while also keeping his attention. And today nothing catches this buck's eye as he strolls right into Baylie's shooting lane. 2/4 away, she just needs him to turn. And as soon as he starts, Baylie is ready.
This segment has been brought to you by Nocturnal Lighted Nocks. String activated. Simple. Switch on accuracy and let it glow. Nocturnal Lighted Nocks. Canadian Whitetail is also brought to you by Central Boiler Outdoor Furnaces, the ultimate wood heat. Black Eagle Arrows, advanced carbon technology. Block Archery Targets, the world's #1 archery target. Tacticam, share your hunt. Wild Edge, the ultimate climbing system. Cyclops lights, get out of the dark. And by Hawk and the new Hawk Down and Out Hybrid Blinds. This segment is brought to you by Hoyman and the new no-slip H-grip on their full line of tools. Best-in-class tools for every application. Hoyman, your land, your legacy.
On Bailey's 14th sit, the Big 9 had made an appearance, and this time there were no issues. The big buck had come right into her shooting lane, quickly, and it was Bailey's time to make it count.
That was the Big 9, and we had multiple deer coming in and out here all night, and all of a sudden all the deer started looking, and boom, there he was coming, and he strolled right in, bossed the other bucks off, strolled right into the monster meal. I looked back at her and I said, "Bae, do you want this guy?" And she said, "Oh yeah." So I says, "Well, let's get to shooting this guy," and she gave it to him. So Billy made a decision to crank this deer. It looked like a pretty good shot. We waited to let the arrow do its job, and now we're gonna go have a look. So, are you ready to go find this big bad boy? Mm-hmm. Yeah? All right. Me too. I'm excited.
He's right there.
Did you find him? All right.
Oh, look at that.
What do you think, babe?
I love it. Way taller than I thought. And wider.
Very nice. Well, you had a little more sits this year than you did last year. Hey?
Definitely did.
Yeah. You did 14 nights this year for this one. Last year was a big one night, and that don't happen very often, let me tell you. Well, another one for the wall.
We're running out of wall space.
We're running out of wall space, eh? You gotta quit shooting big bucks.
I don't know about that.
I agree. Congratulations, dear.
Thank you.
Nice buck. Nice buck. Yeah, Dean is gonna be tickled pink when he sees this buck. He's gonna be pretty proud of you. Can't wait. So I talked to the boys. They're on their way, so they'll be here shortly, and they'll be able to get in on this adventure. And it was an adventure. It was awesome. Congratulations again, Baylie.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
At the time, it may be frustrating, very, very frustrating when a hunt's not working out. But years later, those are the memories that play back so vivid. Those are the hunts that mean so much. And as for the flyer buck, well, I think his story's just not finished yet. And I have nothing but credit to give Baylie. As the days ticked by, every time we text her that conditions were right and asked if she was coming to hunt, there was never hesitation, never a sense of defeat. The reply was always one statement, one expression, just one word. Absolutely. And that's why I'm certain that we're going to see many more big things from little Baylie in years to come. Congratulations, Bay, on one fantastic deer. And thanks for watching this week's episode of Canadian Whitetail.
This segment is brought to you by Wild Edge, makers of the ultimate climbing system, the Step Ladder. Safely design your climb in any tree with the most versatile, lightweight, and compact climbing system, the Step Ladder. To book your own dream hunt in northern Saskatchewan, please contact us at Canadian Whitetail Outfitters. Canadian Whitetail has also been brought to you by these fine sponsors. For exclusive content, follow Dean and the team on Facebook, as well as on Instagram and Twitter at Whitetail Dean. To view all past and present episodes of Canadian Whitetail, as well as new original content, visit us on our YouTube and Carbon TV channels. For Canadian Whitetail gear and apparel, visit CanadianWhitetailTV.com.
What do you think?